3, 2, 1. We're going to be dropping down into the second round of the night, and the players are going to be looking snazzy for this occasion.
Yeah, looking good as usual. We're seeing all the different teams setups here. If you guys would like to go ahead and you like all the teams, go ahead and support all the teams. Pick it on up. You can get every single skin, and you get the H1 Pro League off-roader thrown in on top of it.
Yeah, just make sure you grab that. You can grab absolutely every skin. Keep in mind, though, if there is only one team that you want to support, you can grab that one individually as well, as we showed you a little bit earlier in the night. But the only thing that these players are going to be concerned about grabbing right now is the loot that they need for the rest of this matchup. They entered our playing field with absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Except for a couple skins looking really good, but Calzy, the man of the hour, making his debut. This is his first match in the Pro League. What do we expect out of him?
I mean, hey, look, let's give everybody a refresher at home. At the very beginning of the day, we start out by looking at CLG as a team, right? We talk about who they really are as a team. We get a fantastic interview between Flamehopper and Christine, where we actually hear about, hey, look, Flamehopper, shot caller for just so long on this squad, gets very, very good at the slower, more survival-oriented meta. Does well with the team there. I mean, CLG, we've been casting over them for such a long time, and they looked really good when they were on that meta. Now, they have to make these massive changes. They have to change their shot caller, and they need to play a more aggressive game. Is Calzy going to be adapted to that aggressive play style?
I'm not sure that he is. I know that he's been practicing. He's been playing more aggressive, but has he had the time to practice the team dynamic with them in that aspect? I don't think he's gotten to practice that at this level of play yet, and that's going to be where we're going to see it. Is he going to adapt quickly, or is it going to take him a little bit of time to get caught up?
Well, none of that would matter if they weren't sitting down in front of those Republic of Gamers computers right now, the official hardware sponsor of the H1Z1 Pro League. Thank you so much to Republic of Gamers for making sure that all of the players can adjust to any meta that we do throw in front of them. The question is, how well will Calzy adjust? And now, in that caravan, going to be CLG. We're going to be seeing that first safe zone very shortly here, and we will see the route that CLG takes headed into round number 2.
Yeah, it looks like they've got Nightwalker out ahead scouting for them. Grimmy, taking a look at him. He is that guy that we talked about earlier who's taking over the shot calling. But let's get a look at this first circle. It is going to be down to the southwest, completely within map. That's a good start. We're going to lose a little bit of it to Run Amok Lake, but odds of it pulling that direction, pretty slim. So team's probably pretty happy with this safe zone. This is also one of those safe zones that we've seen Set to Destroy do some crazy matches on. They like the west side of the map. We've seen them play east side of the map. It's a completely different game for them on the east side of the map.
Yeah, very, very different indeed. I mean, that's kind of been one of the major talking points. Obviously, in this league, consistency is going to be key. Aggression also going to be very important here. As we start to see more and more safe zones with that aggressive meta, we've started to see where certain teams have shined. And the one team that just seems to be the most consistent, regardless of the play style that is needed, even in the aggressive format, has just been Set to Destroy X.
Yeah, Set to Destroy X has done very, very well. Like I said, they've crushed out, especially on these west side safe zones. We just saw them in that match that we did for the Week 7 conclusion. They did very well there, obviously, taking down, I believe, second place there in points. So they're doing well. Rogue, though, really wants this fight with Vitality. They are pushing for it. They are definitely trying to get some attention of Hero, and they are not getting it. He is not giving in.
I mean, now the question is, do they open themselves up to a pinch? Now just about everybody's going to know exactly where they're at, and they don't even get a fight out of it.
There's not enough teams there to really have an effect on a pinch on them yet. I think that they're going to be okay. There's well, actually, it looks like, looking over at the map, looks like LG might be in the area, but LG seems to be setting up for this circle, so I don't know that they're going to chase. Rogue should probably be looking to get regrouped, though. They definitely need the other three to go ahead and get caught up with them.
Yeah, definitely, indeed. Now we are going to see Set to Destroy X, one of the most dominant leads I think we could have even imagined here. A team really proving that in Battle Royale, consistency, Jason, is going to be key.
Yeah, Set to Destroy has proven what everybody else has said is RNG, that there is no consistency within Battle Royale. I mean, they have proven that there is some level of consistency to this genre. They've proved it week in and week out.
Yeah, they really have. The thing is also ending up finishing the 7th week of play here really works out for them as well.
Yeah, and Vitality gonna end up getting an elimination onto Rogue. So Rogue gonna go down one player very early, having the first elimination of the match against them.
I mean, hey, look, we had an very early first elimination in round number 1. Now we're going to have a relatively early one here again, and not in the most expected way. But let's talk about the safe zone just a little bit more. I think it's something that we really do want to be paying attention to. What do you expect to see coming out in this second round, Jason?
I expect this to be a little bit quicker of a match. The eliminations are going to be spread out a little bit more. We're going to see some earlier fights. We're already hearing these earlier fights. It's a more open area of the map. It's not as densely populated with trees and ridges like it is in the northwest corner. So should definitely be some a little bit better paced gameplay.
Definitely. I think it's going to be smooth, right? It's going to be, there are a few different things that can happen. You have a lot of early kills, and then all of a sudden that kind of clears up some space, right? There aren't as many players. Sometimes you just have those even kills. Sometimes you just have the absolute destruction that comes in on the kill feed at the very end of the round. So you expect this one to be a little bit smoother. And with that in mind, you're going to see Alliance putting out a couple of shots there, getting a little bit of damage in on their opponents, but not pushing up too far.
Yeah, and Alliance Shades. The guys here kind of setting up. They're trying to find some eyes down onto Vitality, it looks like. Vitality being that team that has the first elimination of the game onto Rogue. After Rogue came looking for the fight, ended up losing a player to that. We actually didn't touch on that really quick. They were chasing them. Sirens on, looking for a fight. And I don't think it went the direction they expected it to.
Have we ever seen it go the direction that you, like,
no.
Every single time that someone presses that button, they die. It doesn't work. Stop doing it.
It's like a siren curse. Is it almost like a caster curse, but a siren curse?
Yeah, but it's their own fault. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, how many of these tournaments have we casted together? How many weeks have we casted this league? Name one time that it's ever worked. You can't, because it's never worked.
I'm going to assume that somewhere at some point
It's
it did
never
work,
worked.
and I just don't remember
it works
it right
in
now.
pubs. It doesn't work here on the main stage at the H1Z1 Pro League, live from Vegas every single Wednesday. The first round going to start by 7:15. Facebook. Never works.
It works. It's gonna work. One of these times it's gonna work. You're gonna get proven wrong. We got a lot of weeks to play still.
Not in this split. This split's coming to an end already, almost.
I'm counting all of Pro League Season 1. We got
we're
time.
not even halfway yet.
We got time.
You're
we're
right.
not even halfway.
You're right. You're right.
Somebody's gonna prove you wrong.
No, I don't think so. No one ever has proven me wrong
All
my
right.
entire life about anything.
Set to destroy, taking some long bomb shots. Not really getting too many connections. They've hit Chipsy once or twice, but they're not really getting a ton of hits in. Eating away a little bit at him. Rogue going to be the first team down a player. Storm and now shooting from the other side. So LG actually in a bit of a pinch here between Set to Destroy and Rogue. They really can't sit on that ridge. Whatever side they go to, they're getting shot at. They're going to have to rotate out of there.
Definitely going to need to rotate out of there. And keep in mind, Ziki is going to be that first player down still. We've mentioned it quite a few times.
I also don't like that ridge storming. Good job. I didn't like that one.
I mean, ultimately now they're caught between a rock and a hard place for sure. So just shoot the rock.
Yeah, that would be my thing. Yeah, shoot the rock. If you're stuck in a rock in a hard place, shoot the rock.
Mentioned you being rusty. That's probably about all you're going to get shots in on.
I'm going to hit it, though. I'm at least going to hit the rock. I can hit the side of that ridge line. I'm
Point
pretty
blank
confident
range,
in that.
the unmoving rock will be hit by Supersonic. Cower in fear, ladies and gentlemen. Cower in fear, chat. Let him know just how fierce
Somebody let
he really
Rocks
is.
know I'm coming for them.
Now inside the car is going to be Casper from Gangstars. A much better start for them after just pretty much the worst start that you could get in a round. That was the first round of this game. They try to go for that aggressive drop play. And I think both weeks that they go for it, it doesn't really work very well.
And they go from the aggressive drop play to an aggressive push where they got nothing out of it, right? And they're another team, actually. So something we forgot. We talked about the swap on CLG. There's been a swap on Gangstars as well. So now that we're in Week 8, they did do a roster swap between matches since the last match we did was technically Week 7. And they have swapped out Kyreg and brought in Flanker. So that's another one to keep an eye on. Does Flanker make an impact here on that swap?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And to go back to what you were saying before, I mean, we have to be looking at these roster swaps, but to go back to what you were saying before, the idea that they go for that aggressive drop play and then they go into an aggressive push that results in their undoing, it almost seemed like they were operating off of sunk cost, operating off of a play which didn't work. They could have maybe changed course a little bit, tried to go for a different play after they see that initial death come in, because they go in man disadvantage and they just get toasted. Now Gangstar is going to try to switch things up here, not going for that overextension, not going for that aggressive drop, going to have a full body count here. And we pretty much have all of our players up besides the one that decided to press the siren on the side of Rogue. And now they are going to be forced tighter and tighter together by that gas, which is going to be creeping along, pushing them in.
Yeah, that gas is definitely going to come in and start being that catalyst that we're looking for. The circle is going to start coming in. We probably need about 1 or 2 more circles before we really see things start to pop off. But we should start seeing a little bit of engagement here after this circle as people start to set up for the next announced circle. So once that next one gets set up, there's going to be a little bit of space that we're running out of that teams are going to have to start eliminating players to open that back up.
Exactly. Now, how important do you think? Obviously, they're going to need to be looking for kills like that. They need to actually fight for some space on the map. How valuable is the space towards the center of the safe zone? It's been a focus of yours quite a few weeks. We've gotten to actually have enough rounds that it is kind of statistically important to think about what we've seen. How high percentage does it seem to be to get to that center of the safe zone first?
It's important for the first circle because it sets you up to not have to move as far as the next circles start getting announced. In the further circles, it really just depends on the terrain and the layout of what the best location is. Center safe zone is great in terms of surviving. If you've got a bunch of hard cover in the center of the safe zone, you can just hold center safe zone. Awesome, cool. If you're just waiting it out trying to get multipliers, by all means, go for it. If you need to get elimination, center of the safe zone can sometimes be really rough to do that from because everybody else is going to have a shot on you. Unless you have a really good spot. Maybe you've got a ridge on the front and behind you, then it's a decent spot to fight from. But a lot of times you're going to get pressed for those spots.
Yeah, you just get collapsed upon, you get pinched on, and you'll hear us saying pinch quite a bit. That basically means you're going to be in a gunfight with another squad, and then like let's say right now, Central Destroy Axe and LG, they're engaged in this gunfight. Let's say Chipsy got really low based off of the shots that are coming in right now from Doug is Raw. Someone comes up from the back of LG, puts in some shots and finishes that kill. That would be a pinch, and they're very important because if you get that last shot, you are going to get all of the points. We don't split up those points based off the percentage of work you get done. Whoever gets the last bullet gets all of the loot.
Yeah, well, I guess all the elimination, you can technically still not get the loot.
You could not get the loot.
You could technically have that taken away from you, and Imperial Hound might have his vehicle taken away as it starts to get lit up there. And we're going to hop on board, though, with Balin from Epsilon. Some bullets coming in, hitting the car there, and Epsilon, Balin going to lose his helmet. Quick shot coming out of Imperial Hal. Magnum now coming out, putting serious damage to that car. Car now on fire. Balin going to have to ditch it in the water. Water is a tough spot to fight from. There's not a lot of rocks or coverage down there. He's going to need to find a safe spot with a quickness.
Imperial Hal decides not to stay fully aggressive, moves back a little bit into that smoke. He knows that the rest of Epsilon is looking for him. Does he see Balin right now? He still is going to have that Magnum out as well, so you know he's trying to put shots into the vehicle. Now Balin going to use this bridge for cover, going to be putting quite a few shots into C9. What will Epsilon be able to do here? It seems like they're at the disadvantage, but keep in mind, Cloud9 going to be down a player here. It is going to be Adrian going to use that vehicle to move around, but all of a sudden, off-screen, Vitality going to be able to take down Crank from Echo Fox. Still under fire, going to be Cloud9. They're going to find a kill onto Apex Shane. They're going to open this up. You can see Radar very low. Adrian going to be able to clean him up. FJ now is going to be very weak. Balin going to be the healthiest player on Epsilon, and look, this is a squad that we know has just had such a dominant position for so long.
Yeah, Epsilon's been one of those top teams in the league since the beginning. They were our points leader for week 1 and week 2. They had a monster week 1 and week 2. And they're
the only other team
eating up right now. Woo! Gets a helmet but loses his own. Gonna have to back off. As he gets knocked down to one shot, Balin going to have to sit here and stabilize for a minute. He's going to be forced to roll some heals.
Epsilon is the only other team that has ever had the title of first place in our league besides Set to Destroy X, and now they are on their last leg here. Just 2 players, just 1 elimination, and we're going to see off screen what actually happened with Echo Fox. We have to take a look at that. We called it out, and you can see just collapsing in on Moose.
Yeah, Piney set up on one side while he sends Sweet around the other side there. Piney going to be able to get a couple finishing shot there after Sweet gets a pump in with the shotgun, getting 75% of that. Good teamwork to go ahead and get that pinch on the rock.
Now on board with Impact Gaming. Taking a few looks at them, but now they're going to be taking a very nasty look at Noble. Noble, our winner from the last game, who has managed to, I mean, look, if you're Set to Destroy X, you're really happy that Noble won. Those are the type of teams that you want winning right now. Noble now needs to do it again if they want to find themselves in a good position here. Set to Destroy X going to be so aggressive. Ana is going to go down, but Stompolito going to be able to trade out onto Frexes. And all of a sudden, Balin just going to say, look, this is bad. This is just bad for us. Let's run into the smoke. Let's end this because we don't want to give up another point here to any of our teams. And Epsilon going to exit with no multiplier and only 1 point.
Yeah, Set to Destroy going to finish that one off. And then we see another final elimination. I think I just missed one there in the kill feed as it disappeared. But going to finish that off with that grenade throw into the smoke. Gets that Elim, and C9 is going to be leaving the stage.
Hey, look, if I'm Epsilon right now, too, I am absolutely
with the hunting rifle.
Terrified at this point because now you have Set to Destroy, who's going to be in first place here.
Sloth with a hunting rifle. I don't know if you remember back in the day, he did the that church inside quick scope. He's an absolute monster with it. Definitely something we want to take a look at. And we were talking about Echo Fox. They also had an elimination off screen, and we got a quick replay of just that. Sloth hunting rifle, looking for it. Lining it up, trying to find Shades here through the window, and he is going to find it, and that is exactly what I was just talking about. Sloth with a hunting rifle, that is something to worry about. He is one of the top players with that weapon.
This is something to worry about as well. Flamehopper going to be prone and alone inside of that smoke, going to be completely tagged up here. Could go down at absolutely any moment. The former shot caller for the team, and then the explosion going to come in, and that's going to be doom for Vago as Rogue gets wiped up. Huskers, the last player alive for this team. Liam going to be taken out. Sloth, once again, with the hunting rifle, going to be able to take out a player from Alliance. Huskers going to take a little bit of that explosion, tries to come out for the kill, and that is done. Lights out for Rogue, lights out for Epsilon, lights out for Cloud9, and the fight's still going on. Sloth, how much damage can he do with one of the most deadly weapons in this game?
LG just got a big explosion onto Set to Destroy. I think they got a 4 Elim onto Set. They actually wiped them. Set just got taken off the map.
Absolutely obliterated, and now LG going to be our front runners, and just like that, another explosion coming in. What is going on in this second game? Everybody is just getting annihilated. Explosion after explosion. Jason, I can't even keep up.
I can't keep up either. Piney, last one going to be left alive here for Echo Fox. He's going to go ahead and look to get some loot. He might be going over and looking for the hunting rifle off of Sloth. He's the last one up, though, for Echo Fox, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's getting himself that hunting rifle. We'll see if he can maybe get a couple plays with it, get a couple extra Elims, or if he can hang out for another 2 positions. He's going to get that next level of the modifiers as well. Flanker off of Gangstars, off screen, gonna go down, dropped. Trying to find a location to get a shot from. Gangstars, though, getting a couple Elims here early.
That was an absolute catastrophe. That was an absolute catastrophe.
There was explosions everywhere. Everybody just blew up. It was bombs last game, car explosions this game. Explosions are the name of the game. Grenade kills.
Absolute catastrophe. Top 7 teams, 27 players gonna be left. And now all of a sudden, we're looking at that second multiplier threshold. Gonna be our top 5 teams, just left in awe at what on earth just happened. And you're gonna see some of the biggest teams now just gonna be eliminated now. Now it is going to be Gangstars, Buffalo picking up a kill onto TSM. Long range shots coming out from Rhino, now back on board with the Gangstars. They are going to have these rocks as their primary cover, and their vehicle is gonna be tagged up. And with the way that this match is going, you just do not want to get in. Rolling around, gonna be able to find the kill. Beautiful kill comes out there. Now Pineapple still hot. Does he find both of them? Gypsy able to hold on to life. LG going to be in first place still with 10, but Echo Fox goes out with a bang.
He ends up getting another one there at the end. I'm not even sure Piney's aware, but he does get credited the elimination onto Chipsy as the gas comes in and finishes him off. Piney doing the majority of that damage, so he ends up picking up another elimination after standing up and walking away.
Piney just popped off, but
Ooh.
sadly for them, they're not going to get that multiplier, but all of the teams that are still up will. This multiplier is going to be worth 1.5. Reptar not going to be healthy at this point. No one from his team is. Candyman going to be taken out. Ultimately, it is going to be from Buffalo. Gangstar's in a very good position here to have a dominant performance in this game. 3 players still going to be up. Noble is going to be matched here by Obey Alliance. Both of these players going to have 4 bodies up. Obey Alliance, though, with 6 points. You can keep track of all of that in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Tempo Storm needs to look for pinches with only 2 players left up.
If you told me at the beginning of the match that the final 4 of this match were going to be Tempo Storm, Gangstars, Obey Alliance, and Noble, I don't know that I would have bought into that. But this is what we've got here, and Noble has a chance to take down a second game in a row. So Rhino going to get eliminated there off of Tempo Storm. Noble now looking to try and make this play around the side. Ends up losing a helmet on Shurima. Crossover going to step up on the other side, takes out Reptar, and Noble now turns their attention towards Gangstars.
All of a sudden, Noble, the team that came in, they had a phenomenal finish last time, going to have a pretty solid man advantage here, but it is Obey Alliance that you got to look at. They already have the 8 kills, and they're going to have the same amount of bodies here. Gangstars looking to just get pinched on by both sides. The smoke going to protect them for a little bit. Noble, though, going to be able to pick up another kill here. It's going to be on to Casper. These are the free kills. Then they need to go for that fight with Obey Alliance. Obey Alliance going for the push right now. Nastical trying to block himself off. He has the rocks of cover. He's going to move out here from the smoke, going to look for a kill here. This is not going to be easy. He gets tagged up as well. Throwables coming out. More smoke. It's not going to buy all the time in the world, though. Nastical is going to get tagged up. They know exactly where he is. He's stuck in this U of rocks. Talk about a rock in a hard place. We've said it a few times here. And now Nastical looking to rotate around. Spirits looking to challenge. 50-50 breaching play. This point can be worth quite a bit with the multiplier, but it is going to be Nastical who is able to pick up another point on the way out. That's 7-4 Gangstars. Nastical being the absolute GOAT here right now, Jason.
Yeah, Nastical being able to stay alive here and find himself another elim. Finds a helmet very quickly there on a shot into, I believe that was Gabizmon. Shurima stepping up to try and hold him off for a second, but Nastical causing a little bit of an issue for Noble. He doesn't really have the ability to fight the other squad, Obey Alliance, so he's basically just harassing Noble at the moment.
I mean, it seems to be a strategy that's working. Even picking up 1 point for Gangstars,
every point
absolutely
counts.
huge. Absolutely huge. I mean, it's not just a point. I mean, the multiplier going to be playing in his favor here. Nastical going to be looking at both sides, trying to find the easy fights, and he's keeping both Obey Alliance and Noble in these passive positions. He's managed to placate them because they know if they go in for the fight, Nastical can just come out and just tip the tides of war. He can start picking off kills, start looking for these
Another
pitches.
quick helmet, man. He is just on fire. He is nailing shot after shot. He's not getting the follow-up shots, but he's just eating through resources. We talk about it all the time. Unless there's a dead body there for them to keep picking up helmets, eventually they're going to run out.
But the timing is also going to be important here because let's say we ultimately have Obey Alliance getting a little bit of work done, and Nastical is able to get in a shot at the right time, but now Nastical needs to go for a run. The smoke not going to be enough. Finally going to be taken out. Noble's going to be able to get it, and this puts Noble in a better position. If they win this engagement here, they're going to win the entire thing. They're going to be able to get that 2x multiplier and a few kills out on the way. Obey Alliance looking very healthy here, though. They do have the lead for now. They have the man advantage, and they have the point advantage. Noble, smoke right in front of them, gas at their back. Gabizmon tagged up, body armor comes out, has to go for the roll here, right up to the edge of that gas, needs to get himself healthy, and now it is just going to be Gabizmon very weak, and the 2 other players from his team looking healthy. Obey Alliance seems to have everything going in their favor. If they get all 3 of these kills as well, they find themselves with a very high scoring game.
Noble really likes this whole line up and build the tension type of play, right? The end of the last match is kind of like this too. It's just a stare down across the open valley here until they can get these gunshots going. We're gonna have to probably wait for this next circle. Neither team really looks like they want to make a move, and there's not a lot of cover out there.
Hey, look, first team to move probably has the disadvantage here, to be completely honest. I mean, the only thing maybe going for Obey Alliance is the fact that they have
this is gonna be it.
More bodies. I mean, yeah, they have to.
They both have to move. I think that's the circle centers upon itself. himself here. They're both going to have to move. Advantage currently going to Obey Alliance. They're throwing out some nades, some gas nades to just block vision and look for some shots. In comes the shots. Class going to find the first one on an Adroj. Shurima then going to get eliminated. Obey still up, has all bodies. It's now a 4-on-1. All 4 players from Obey Alliance are hurt pretty badly here, though. Gabe trying to find anything, not going to be able to do it. Obey Alliance going to clutch this one up. 4 remaining and close that game out.
They snowball their man advantage, and all of a sudden, all 3 of those kills go to them, and that turns into 6 with that 2x multiplier. A huge game for Obey Alliance, but one of the things that we have to think about is all of a sudden Obey Alliance takes this, Noble takes the first one, then Noble comes in second, and you're going to see that reflected right here. Ultimately, it's LG who manages to get these 15 points, Noble able to get 8 after winning the last round, and all of a sudden you got to be thinking to yourself, how does this really affect the leaderboard? Is this just the middle moving up a little bit as we see Set to Destroy X and Epsilon